Hi YouTube, OCG here from True Narukami. You may have been realizing that lately we have not been putting up videos of any of our box and openings or deck profiles. Reason being that the majority of the members in the YouTube channel are currently doing their undergraduate degrees. So yeah, as you know, during this time, it's midterm slash finals, but hopefully, I believe most of them should be done their finals come the end of April. So we will be hopefully putting up more deck profiles up in a month or two, and also do feel free to give us a private message about what decks you want to see go head to head against one another, and we will try our best to grant you your request. But I guess I'll get on with the deck profile that I'm about to do. As you can see here, I have three really beautiful, sexy lady decks laid out here that I've built. Over on my left, we have from BT14 the almighty Minerva. In the middle here, from BT15, we have the Venus Lucier. And to my right here, we have from EB10 Dual Riet, aka Hatsune Miku, because as many of you know, I believe the person who designed Hatsune Miku also actually drew this card. I'm sorry to say that my Dual Riet deck is not 100% completed yet. I am currently missing Dual Riet and one Break Ride, as I only got 6 boxes. But yeah, at first I wasn't really planning to build the deck. I just wanted several cards from the set as a collection. But seeing how crazy my pulls were, I actually pulled 3 Break Rides and 2 Dual Riets as my triple R's from those 6 EB10 boxes. So after reading up some of the card effects and actually finding out how fun this deck might be to play, I decided to build a deck. But I promise you guys I'll do the deck profile for this deck later on. So I'm gonna move the deck out. So I'm gonna focus on these 2 decks from BT14 and BT15 here, as many of you might have seen my BT12 Lucier reverse deck profile already. So you'll recognize that some of the cards in this deck will be similar to the cards that I use in the Venus Lucier deck. But for now, let's start off with the Minerva deck. So for grade 3s, currently I run 3 Minervas. I would actually want to run a 4th one, but I haven't been able to get my hands on a 4th one yet, as yeah, the Japanese community here is still kind of starting up, and mostly myself and a few others are the only people who have been importing Japanese boxes in. So yes, mostly some people have to order their Japanese cards online, since there's just not enough stock of a certain card to go around. But Minerva's effect is this card is the star of the show, and its card effect is at the end of the turn, this card has attacked. You may pay the cost of counter blast 1, soul blast 3, and drop 3 Genesis cards from your hand. And this card restands and gains 5k. This works really well with the Break Ride and as well as Ordained Owl. As Ordained Owl's effect lets you recycle any cards with Regalia and its card name back into the deck, and you place it at the very bottom of the deck. And if you have Genesis Vanguard, you can use this effect to target any Regalia, Vanguard, or Rearguard and choose it to gain 5k. So done at the right time, you can catch your opponent off guard and hit for a pretty big number, and they might not be able to guard it, and will cost them the game. Moving on with the Great Freeze, I run 4 Break Rides. This is Angelica, I believe. Yeah, Minerva is a cross Break Ride deck. This Break Ride's effect is Limit Break 4. When you ride a Great Free on top of it, you may Soul Blast 3 cards and draw 2, and your Vanguard gains 10k. This other effect is auto ability. When this card attacks, you may you Soul Charge 1 and it gains 1k. Now going on to the gonna go down to the Great Zeros now. Starting Vanguard, Battle Maiden. I'm not gonna even try to pronounce the name, but for those interested, the card number is BT14/029. It's a rare. This card effect is auto. When this card boosts a Great Free, you may Soul Charge 1. So this works really well with your Break Ride, because when the Break Ride attacks boosted by this card, you can Soul Charge 2. And the good thing also about this starting Vanguard is it does not have to boost Vanguard Great Free. It can be any Great Free, I believe. So you can actually move this to the rear guard slot if to the left or the right back rear guard slot if you want to. Now for the trigger lineups, I run 10 critical triggers because with Minerva hitting like a truck, if your opponent underguards, yeah, you just gotta try to double crit them and win the game as quickly as possible. So I run 10 crits. And of course, 4 heals. So, sorry about that. I accidentally just knocked over my tripod. But yeah, 4 heals here. And I decided to run 2 draws just because of Minerva having to ditch 3 cards from hand. So yeah, sometimes you might not exactly have 3 cards in hand to ditch. So drive checking this card, yeah, it does wonders, because your opponent expects that you're only gonna drive check 2 cards, but boom, you hit a draw trigger and you can limit break again and catch them off guard. And I run a 3 Ordained Owls, as I explained earlier, Ordained Owls effect, so I'm not gonna repeat that. I run 2 Genesis Quintet Walls. You might ask why I run 2. It's because this card works super well with another card that I will I'm about to show. It works really well with this card, Cider. So basically, what happens is when you want to quintet wall, you'll play the quintet wall. You show the top 5 cards of your deck, and those go into the guarding circle. Then you will play this card, known as Cider, from your hand. And Cider's effect is when this card is played from hand into the guardian circle. For the duration of that battle, all cards that are placed in the guardian circle move into the soul. So instead of the cards that you just quintet wall with going to the drop zone, they now all move to the soul. And that works great for Minerva, as it requires soul in order to restand. So the grade 1s, the lineup I'm still kind of juggling around, as I find there's so many good grade 1s that you can run in this deck. But yeah, so I only run 3 Ciders for this deck. I may think about running a 4th one, but apparently right now I just don't find there is enough room for the deck to be able to run 4. And I also run 2 perfect guards. As you know, you can only use 4 cards with Sentinel on it. So yeah, that's why I can't run 4 perfect guards, because I'm using 2 quintet walls and 2 perfect guards. And I run 3 Cumin. As you know, should all know this card from BT10 by now. When this card is placed in the Vanguard or Rearguard circle, you may soul charge 1. And this is a new card from BT14. It's Orange Witch. I'm not too sure which what its name is, but for those interested, the number is BT14071. And this card, it's a little different than Dimensional Creeper, that it's not an act, but it kind of does the same thing. When this card, auto effect, when this card is soul blasted, you may soul charge 2. Now I'll go on to the grade 2s. You should all recognize this card from BT11. I believe it's Witch of Frogs Cameo, maybe. Yeah, I can get the other witch messed up. The grade 1 that does the same thing. So to refresh people's memory, when this card is soul blasted, you may counterblast 1 and superior call it to the rearguard slot. And then I run 4 Sabahimes, because yeah, you just want to apply pressure to your opponent, because if they don't guard, you can just counterblast 1 and soul charge 3. And this deck does require a lot of soul charging, but you don't want to overdo it, because you will end up decking yourself out pretty fast. And lastly, I run 4 12k hitters. Yeah, but this 12k hitter only works if you have Vanguard with Regalia in its name. So basically, it only works when you are in a grade 3 mode. So that's it for this deck. I am going to cut it off here, and I will start the Venus Lucky Air deck profile relatively really soon.